All right, Swagoo. So let me ask you, because this is obviously a topic that really only applies to quarterbacks, right? Defensive linemen don't say, well, I'm not going to that division because they got a bunch of great defensive linemen. But if you're Rodgers, does it make sense to take that into account as you make your decision?
I'm sure it makes sense to take it into account, but I don't listen for all of the back and forth and things I've talked about Aaron Rodgers. The one thing I would not attribute to Aaron Rodgers is him being fearful of other quarterbacks in the NFL. Yeah. He is that dude. He is that guy that when he comes to the division, you got to make sure you on your P's and Q's. We just coming off a topic talking about Patrick Mahomes, them giving up an 18-point lead against Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. In Denver, if Aaron Rodgers goes there with that talent and that defense and they able to do the things that we expect them to do being a quarterback away, then the other teams are going to have to worry about Aaron Rodgers being there as well. So, look, I don't subscribe to that, man, because ultimately you going to have to come out of hiding at some point. Like the Green Bay Packers got to come out of hiding against the San Francisco 49ers for the past few years, and they ain't got it done. So at some point, you're going to have to see the man and beat the man. And Aaron Rodgers is one of those guys that we consider the man. So fearing going to a conference shouldn't even be in the conversation about his decision-making. It should be all about that particular team and how ready they are to win. Right. Because I'm the guy that's going to elevate them and be the common denominator between a Super Bowl. And we all believe he got that talent.
What do you think, Dominique? I've not heard your opinion on this yet.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on Rodgers to Denver since before this season started, and he shouldn't. We just saw Mahomes go down to the Bengals. That shouldn't scare him. Herbert didn't even make the playoffs, and that shouldn't scare him. Yeah. And then you got Carr. I don't think he's worried about that. But I do understand what Studio Damian Woody was talking about. Like, all that logic makes sense. But emotion trumps logic, like for everyone, for all of us. Our emotion overtakes our logic more often than we're willing to admit. And Aaron Rodgers' emotions tell him that it don't matter who you put in front of him as long as you surround him with the right players, which I think that's probably right. And to Swagoo's final point, you can't hide forever. Eventually, you're going to have to beat these people. You're going to have to face up and beat them at some point. And I think that Aaron Rodgers is completely comfortable with going in and trying to take their division.
Devil's advocate to that. You don't have to beat all of them. You know, if you're in the right conference, you only have to beat one of them. Otherwise, you got to get through all of them, Danny.
Yeah, and the best thing supporting Damian Woody's point is the way the playoffs are structured right now. There's only one bye per conference. Regular season wins matter, right? If you're in a tough division and you win 11 games, you might be the better team, but the team in the easier division that won 13 only has to win twice to get to the Super Bowl. So that's got to be a consider. But I don't think it overcomes Rodgers' belief in himself, the fact that he knows the new head coach, that they have good young receiving talent.
Have a better team or
some of that.
Why the face, Marcus? Why the face?
What?
Because of what Graz just said and what what Woody just said, he's been dominating the conference for the last 15 years. Yeah. And ain't won a Super Bowl.
Right. That's true.
So,
right.
It's about what you're surrounded about. He's been in that
situation. You want to go make it harder.
Yeah, it's the talent.
Ross,
even Tampa, like what Greeny was saying, or even Tampa, if they have that rebuild or can they keep that thing together, if he feels like there's an ascending team in Denver or in San Francisco, he doesn't care who else he has to play. Yeah. He understands, I want to go play with the best guys around me because ultimately that elevates me. Because he ain't playing Mahomes. The defense is. He ain't playing Herbert. The defense is. So if his defense, by the way, the Denver almost beat Mahomes this year with almost nobody at QB. You and I playing. So, no.
I'll just say this. There have been 55 Super Bowl champions. 47 of them won their division. That's the place that it begins. And if you can make that easier, it's just smart to try and do it. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.